Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Peter Cooper, who is the treasurer of the Heritage Library. Peter, thank you very much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
For those of our viewers who aren't familiar, can you tell us a little bit about the Heritage Library and its mission within our community here?
Right. The Heritage Library started out mainly as a genealogical research organization, but it merged with the Hilton Head Historical Society a number of years ago, and it basically inherited all of the historical documents and maps about what the island was like before Charles Fraser.
Okay, so it's aptly named then.
Yes, very much so.
And then can you tell us a little bit now about where the Zion Chapel of Ease Cemetery is and why it's significant to Hilton Head?
Right, yeah. It's located at the corner of Matthews and William Hilton Parkway, right across from Carrabba's restaurant.
Yes.
So everybody has passed it hundreds of times, but they just don't know.
I know where that is. I know
where it is. And actually, it's very important to the history of the island. It was really the center of activity for a significant amount of time. It's where the first formal church on the island was built in 1788.
Okay.
And there was also a militia muster house there, a Masonic lodge, and of course the cemetery itself, where 4 Revolutionary War patriots are buried or have memorials.
Okay.
It's also where William Eddings Baynard, as in the Baynard Ruins and Sea Pines, built a mausoleum for his family in 1846. And he died and was buried there in 1849, and his wife in 1854. You may have read in the newspaper that we discovered some bones in there recently, and they're of a young girl, and we know that they lost a daughter at about age 10. So we're doing some DNA research to determine if those bones are actually from the Baynard family.
Wow. Wow.
Peter, I understand the Heritage Library has a new capital campaign project. Can you tell us about that?
Right, yeah. Well, the mausoleum is the oldest standing structure on Hilton Head Island. And it's in a lot of disrepair, unfortunately. And we really need to restore that and the area around it because we think it's such a significant landmark here on the island. We already own the Fort Mitchell, where we have tours on a regular basis. It's a real hub for tourism on the island. And we want to do the same thing for this area, namely restore the mausoleum and then build a learning center where we can have regular tours and help people understand the life of the planters who used the chapel and the cemetery and the other surrounding houses.
Gotcha.
How does this capital project fit into the mission of the Heritage Library?
Yeah. The mission is basically preserving the history and bringing the past to life. We think it's very important that the community continue to understand the important role that that this island had back even in pre-Revolutionary War days. A lot of people aren't aware that the British were much more interested in keeping the southern colonies, especially South Carolina, because it was basically the wealthiest colony that they had here because of all the plantations. And so I think you may be aware that there's a lot more history research that's been done, not just of the Civil War, Mitchellville, but also even pre-Civil War and in more recent days.
So it's worth preserving that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how can our audience learn more about the project and how can they make contributions to go towards its completion?
Right. Our capital campaign is for $444,000. We're kind of still in the soft part of the campaign. It was launched in early October. We had a party in the cemetery. And we've so far raised over $80,000. But we really haven't gone out and asked a lot of the businesses and individuals that we think will want to contribute. We're taking donations through the Community Foundation of the Low Country. Okay. And so we're listed on their website, but also on our home page, there's a section where you can learn more about the project and how to contribute through the Community Foundation of the Low Country.
I think it's amazing the historical significance that this island and this area has that nobody really is aware of.
I know, right, yeah.
There's a lot more here than just golf. We love our golf. I'm not saying anything bad about golf. But
And we know that tourists are coming not just for the golf and tennis and beach, but they want to come and learn more about the culture as well.
Right.
And the library has done a lot of research on the Civil War and colored troops and established a number of databases, and we've got all those in the library for people to come in and learn more about the history.
Which makes it nice to have all the information in one spot.
Yes.
and it'd
absolutely.
be accurate.
Yes.
That always helps too. So is the Zion Cemetery open to the public, and how can people visit?
Yes, it is very much so. The way to get there is actually off of Matthews Drive,
Okay.
coming toward William Hilton Parkway. As you round the curve, there's an entrance to the cemetery with some parking area for about 6 cars.
Okay.
And it's open. There are pamphlets there that describe both Fort Mitchell and the Zion Cemetery. And we hope that...
So you can go anytime?
Oh, anytime, yep. I wouldn't advise it at night, though.
Well, unless you're just feeling frisky.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, I think next Halloween we're going to have a special program there.
Yeah, that would make
Yeah, I
sense.
think that would be really neat.
Good.
Yeah.
So all this information is on your all's website,
Yes, it is.
and then all of the information for donors and so forth, if they want to contribute to this project, they can also go through the Community Foundation of the Lowcountry, which is a huge support, I'm
Right.
assuming.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, everybody needs to go check that out. There's a
Yeah.
lot of historical information in
Right.
there. For more information, please visit their website and make sure that you join us next time for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.